And there are a few more to go through. Again, something like customer feedback analysis, using AI to analyze customer reviews, or support tickets to identify frequent complaints about your software. And this can be really great because, again, this isn't necessarily churn. It's just understanding where to focus, where to put your energy as a sort of a resource of your company. Where should you focus on next? And that can be things like prioritizing feature updates, fixes, based on that sort of customer feedback. And again, based on the usage too. You may think a certain area of your software is not being used at all, but when you start looking at the data and actually understanding the usage patterns, even if customers maybe only go there very rarely, it's still really important to them. And just understanding, okay, maybe we should actually put more features or functionality or effort into sort of improving this feature, because we can, from the data, actually get insights that, okay, it's not used a lot, but when we see it, not when it's down or there's bugs, suddenly customers are just emailing it very quickly, which shows that they actually have a large investment into that part of your software. And that's, again, something very nuanced when you've been able to sort of detect yourself just by looking at traditional ways of looking at system usage. Oh, these are my top sort of most clicked on buttons on my application or screens that have been visited. This one's way down at number 20, we shouldn't worry about that. But AI can help you really understand, there's sometimes a lot of value in what you already have that just wouldn't have been evidenced without sort of understanding the bigger picture and how it all feeds together with your customers and how they interact with you.
That is good, because I think something that we've spoken about in the past, personal bias really builds on this. I mean, you think if you've got a large support team, you've got 100 support staff. Now they're tasked with determining what is a complaint or what is a feature request. Now they all have completely different views and completely different sensitivities as to what constitutes a complaint and what is just a bit of feedback. So, even with that example, you can aggregate all of that feedback that's been documented. It may have not been flagged correctly. Some may have seen one thing as a feature request, another thing as a complaint, when it wasn't the case. That can all be grouped and correctly categorized under a sort of standard measurement almost, which is just creating these insights that you wouldn't have been able to get by relying on the manual kind of feedback systems that are traditionally used.
Yep, exactly. And again, just around the same point, it's always, again, not just about looking at one set of data, it's like looking at the whole picture. So let's say in that example I just had about trying to determine where to put your effort into your system, it's looking at not just the usage in your system, like maybe your Panda analytics. It's not just looking at your support queries coming in, but it's looking at other areas too, which you may not even be aware of, like where are customers clicking on your website? What documentation are they visiting? What level of users, the expert users visiting one area of a system or new users visiting one area of a system? All that data together, again, just can pull out insights which you don't have to have the questions prepared already. You don't have to go, okay, well, these are my questions. Can AI answer these questions for me? It can give you insights that you may not even be aware of, and actually like sort of help you prioritize parts of your business which you may not even have been aware of the needed prioritization. That's really the power of it, to sort of again come up with the questions and answers at the same time for you, which you weren't even aware were already there. So another 2 months just to quickly go through here: pricing optimization, adjust subscription pricing dynamically based on demand, customer willingness to pay, competitors' offerings. Great use case, again, just looking at the whole industry, its trends over time, the type of customer coming in, what else have they interacted with maybe in your product suites that they've already been using, what is their behavior and usage like in those areas, how did they come into your site. This is just all around marketing, understanding your customers. So much data there. And again, just a perfect use case to be able to understand pricing optimization. And then just last one, automate reporting and insights, generate real-time usage analytics for your customers, showing them how to use your software to improve their ROI, provide internal business performance dashboards, track sales trends, customer retention, and product engagement metrics. Pretty much what we're just going on, but the ability to sort of provide this or show this data in such a meaningful way, which previously would have just been extremely challenging to try and understand that visually, or to try and present that data to customers, or try and sort of show that value in a tangible way that you can actually build up action items against that data. Previously would have been extremely hard to go through. Even if you have the data, even if you know the questions, just what are our next steps? How do we actually use this? And AI can, again, not just come up with the answers, but come up with the way to present it to you in a way that actually is actionable. It's not just a large amount of data or just a bunch of Excel sheets being thrown back at you.